Level 1. Just surviving. Some days you can barely get out of bed. Everything feels heavier than it should: work, relationships, even simple decisions like what to eat or when to shower. You're not thinking about growth or healing right now, you're just trying to make it through today without completely falling apart. The exhaustion isn't just physical, it's this constant weight sitting behind your eyes that never fully lifts. This level is draining in a way that's hard to explain to people who haven't lived it, and most people don't talk about how long it can quietly last. Level 2. Noticing the pattern. Something shifts, even if it's small at first. You start realizing the way you've been living isn't sustainable, that something has to change even if you don't know what yet. You notice the same thoughts on repeat, the same reactions to stress, the same walls you keep hitting no matter how hard you try to avoid them. It's uncomfortable to see yourself clearly for the first time, almost like meeting a stranger you've been living with your whole life. But this awareness, uncomfortable as it is where everything actually starts to move. Level 3. Reaching out. You take the hardest step of all, admitting, out loud, that you need help. Whether that's therapy, a support system, or simply being honest with someone about how you're really doing instead of saying, "I'm fine," again. It feels vulnerable, even embarrassing at first, like you're handing someone a part of yourself you've kept hidden for years. But this is the level where isolation finally starts to break, where you realize you were never actually meant to carry all of this alone. Level 4. Building new habits. Slowly, almost without noticing at first, you start replacing old coping mechanisms with better ones. Journaling instead of numbing out. Boundaries instead of overextending yourself. Exercise, saying no when you need to, walking away from things that used to control you. Progress isn't a straight line here. Some weeks feel like huge, undeniable wins, and others feel like you're right back at square one. That's normal, even though in the moment it never feels that way. Level 5. Understanding yourself. You start recognizing your own patterns before they take over completely. What actually triggers you, what you genuinely need versus what you only think you need, how your past quietly shapes the way you react in the present. This level isn't about being fixed, because you were never broken to begin with. It's about finally, truly understanding the person you've been carrying around inside you all along. Level 6. Steady ground. You're not perfect, and bad days still show up uninvited, but now you have tools, and more importantly, you trust yourself to actually use them. Relationships feel healthier, your inner voice has gotten kinder, and the chaos that used to run your entire life no longer holds the wheel. This level took far longer to reach than anyone ever tells you it will, and looking back, you understand why. Level 7. Helping others. You've walked through enough of your own darkness to recognize it instantly in someone else's eyes. Now you're the person who checks in first, who listens without judgment, who shows others, just by existing steadily, that getting better is actually possible. The healing that once felt completely out of reach for you has become something you now help carry for other people.